Hello guys, welcome to the channel the Amazicellent Hacker. Today I'm going to solve the box Active Directory from TryHackMe. Okay, before getting into the walkthrough, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Okay, I'm in the site tryhackme.com, joined the room Active Directory and also deployed the box. I'm going to solve the tasks one after another. Okay, the first one is to deploy the box, already done it. So second task is to install imp package. So bunch of steps given on how to install imp package. But if I am using Kali Linux or some other Linux distro, I think it's already installed in it. Currently I'm in ParadoOS, so get to search for that imp packet. Just type locate and imp packet. Okay, imp packet is actually located in this directory /opt/imp packet. You can see here that all the imp packets files are in here. So if it's not here, the git repository is also given in this TryHackMe box. So you can just git clone it. All the installation process is given here. Okay, so I'm not going to show you how to install imp packet as it is already installed or pre-installed with a Kali or any other distros. Okay, next let's go to task 3, enumerate the domain controller. So how many open ports under 10,000? Okay, let's run nmap scan. To do that, just type sudo nmap -sb to enumerate version -sc to run default scripts and the machine's IP. Copy it and run the scan. Okay, I'm just going to stop it and show you the scan results. So I've already done it once. So there is the output of scanning results. So how many ports are open under 10,000? It's 11 ports. So next question is what will allow us to enumerate port 139, 145, 445. So what's port number 139? NetBIOS SN. So domain enumeration also. Okay, so we can just use enum for Linux. Okay, so what is NetBIOS domain name of the machine? Okay, you can see here in this port 3389 MS Web Microsoft Terminal Services that our domain name is tsm-ad. Okay, so let's get the next task. So what invalid top level domain do people commonly use for their Active Directory domain? Okay, I think it's .local or something like that. Okay, it's the correct answer. Okay, let's get to next task. Task 4, enumerate domain controller part 2. So it says that we need to use Kerbrute to brute force for username and password. So this Kerbrute is kind of a script for Linux. I think it is written in Go language, so it will just brute force username, password, and Kerberos, Microsoft web server. So the GitHub link is also given in the description with username and password list. Just download one of them for Linux. I'm going to download this Kerbrute Linux AMD 64. Let's copy it and I'm going to use wget to download it. Wget. Okay, I downloaded this Kerbrute file also. Next, I'm going to download username and password file. Let's copy the link and type wget. And next for password. Okay, so I successfully downloaded Kerbrute password list and user list. So now let's get to next task. What command with Kerbrute will allow us to enumerate valid username? Okay, let's first check Kerbrute syntax. It's made it executable fast. So it's username. What notable account is discovered? Okay, let's try to brute force the username. Okay, now to brute force the username of domain controller, we just need to use the command kerbrute user enum and give the domain controller --dc to IP. Okay, and then give the domain name -d domain string. Okay, so what was our domain name? spookysec.local. spookysec.local. So it's our domain name, and use the list and threads of around 100. Okay, I think this is the correct syntax to use Kerbrute. Okay, let's hit enter. Now it's starting brute force process. Okay, it's immediately found some credentials. So there are a bunch of username: James, Robin, SVC admin, Darkstar, administrator. So notable account is SVC admin, I think, or administrator. Okay, it was SVC admin. What is the other notable account is discovered? Next one is backup, maybe. Okay, let's check if it's backup or not. Okay, it was backup. Well, let's stop the brute force. Okay, we completed task 4 also. Let's get to task 5, exploiting Kerberos. So this sections tell you about Kerberos ASREProasting process, a Kerberos roasting process. Okay, let's solve next question. We have 2 user accounts that we could potentially query a ticket from. So which user account can you get a ticket from with no password? So let's check with both the accounts. Let me clear the screen first and copy get you np user.py in packets. It's located in auth in packets examples and get np users.py. Let's copy it in correct directory. Let's first weird syntax. Okay, it says that no module name Python on codec decoder. Okay, let's run it in Python 3. Python 3 get. Okay, it actually runs with Python 3. So it just asks us what user can query ticket from with no password. Okay, let's just run this script. No pass. This flag will just run this hash query with no password. Now let's give the domain IP dc test IP. So let me copy the IP first. Then domain name and username spooky.local. Let's first try with SVC admin and say guess and check if you can just get hash or not. Unrecognized argument. Okay, it's a single dash in DCIP. Spooky, I think I just typed spooky spelling also wrong. SPOOKY. Spooky sec, okay, it was sec also. KYSSC. Okay, you can got the NTLM hash from this For this SVC admin user. So it was actually the SVC admin user from which you can just use without any password to get the ticket. So looking at the hashcat wiki page, what type of Kerberos had did we retry from KDC? Okay, now let's go to this hashcat example page. Let's type hashcat examples and Google will show you the page. Example hashes for hashcat. Okay, it's the correct page. So what it has look like? Okay, KRB5. So just type Control F to go in find mode and okay, in this hashcat example page, so I'm going to just type some initials of this hash. Let's copy for 5 characters of this hash and paste it in hashcat. Now this hashcat examples page. Okay, it immediately found one match and it's Kerberos 5 ASREP type 23. Okay, its hash mode is 18200. Okay, now crack the hash with the modified password list provided. What is the user account's password? Okay, now I'm going to use hashcat to crack this hash. So if you don't know how to use hashcat, I have made another video on that. I'll just drop the link in the description below. Let's check that out. Okay, now let's copy this hash into a file. So I copied it into a file and named it as hash. Now to use hashcat, just type hashcat -m to give the mode. So it was the mode was actually 18200 and the hash file and the password list. So it's so I'm going to use the list that I downloaded from the GitHub page. Password list.txt file. Okay, I think this is the correct syntax. Hashcat -m18200 hash and password file name. Let's hit enter and start the cracking process. It's starting. Okay, wait for the cracking process to complete. Okay, hashcat successfully cracked the hash and it's management 2005. Okay, we completed the task 5 also. Let's get to task 6. So what utility can we map remote share with? So it's a popular utility named SMB clients. So if you are actually if you have solved some Windows box, you would be kind of familiar with this SMB client also. So what option will list share? So it's -L. Okay, you can also see the help menu. So this is -L flag. We'll just list all the files. So how many remote shares are in this? Shares is the server listing. We have to check the number of shares. You just type SMB clients -L and the IP. So there's no any share for anonymous login. Now let's use the user SVC admin. Okay, there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shares. So SMB client -L and IP, then -U and the username and password. It will just list the shares. So there is one particular share that we have access to that contain a text file. What share is it? Login server share. I think it's backup. Okay, it is backup. Okay, now let's check what is there in backup. Just remove this -L flag. Give double slash and the IP, then slash and share location backup. Okay, net slash login failure. Okay, now we are inside this SMB here also. So there is a backup dash credential text file. So what was the content of the file? Let's just download it in our box. Just type mget and the file name. So here is the some sort of encoded strings. Okay, looks like it is actually base 64. Let's see. We can just use base 64 to decode it or not. Just echo it and give a pipe and base 64 dash 2. Okay, it was actually base 64 and got some sort of credential for this user backup. So decoding contents of the file. What is the full content? Now we completed task 6 also. So now let's get to task 7. Elevating privileges. Let's go through a bunch of theory. Just go through it. So in this task, it will just teach us how to use the secret dumps, secret dump.py. So what method allows us to dump mtds.dat. Let's first copy this the secret dump.py in this folder. Opt. Let me clear the screen first. Copy slash opt slash in brackets examples secret dump.py. Okay, so it kind of actually use this DRSU API method, I think. So the secret dump use this DRSU API method to dump entities.dat. This entities.dat are also file that contain NTLM hashes. So it asks that what is the administrator's NTLM hash. Okay, now let's just use this secret dump.py to get the administrator hash. Here is the credentials. Okay. Now let's use secret dumps.py to get administrator hash. So what this secret dump.py does it if any other users are in domain controller groups. So now currently we got this backup the user's credential file and probably this backup user in domain control group. So we can use this username to get to extract administrator password hash. That's what we are going to do using secret dump.py. Okay, just type Python 3 secret dumps.py dash just tc. This flag will just get the entities.dat file and the credentials. Backup and spooky.sec.local and domain controller. So that's the IP. Bad username or authentication information. Oh, I need to kind of specify password and I just give the domain name. So it's the password. Okay, let's run it. So it's using this DRSU API method to get entities.dat secrets. Okay, it actually got administrator hash file. I'm just going to stop it here. That's why we got enough credentials. Now let's get to next task. What is the administrator NTLM hash? Let's copy it. I think this is the path. Okay, it was the correct NTLM hash. So what method of attack could allow us to authenticate is user without the password? So it's the hash pass the hash method. So we don't need to actually crack the administrator password. So using a tool EvilWinRM, what option will allow us to use a hash? So now we are just going to use another tool named EvilWinRM. So yeah, EvilWinRM. So if you haven't installed it in Kali or any other OS, you just need to download it using Zim. It is not available in App Packet Manager. So to give the hash, we need to kind of use this flag -h. Okay, we completed task 7 also. Let's get to task 8. Submit the flags for each user account. Okay, now let's try logging in inside the box. I'm going to use EvilWinRM. EvilWinRM dash u administrator small u administrator dash hash. So let's copy the hash. Okay, then the IP dash I. Okay, now we are actually inside the box and we got our cell. So now let's get the flags. Okay, actually the flags are in desktop directory. Okay, let's get all the flags. Desktop root.txt. So is our root flag. Okay, now let's search for backup flag. Okay, now we successfully completed the box. So what we learned from this box was we kind of learned basic Active Directory enumeration and basic exploitation of the Active Directory, how to extract password hashes using the secret dumps and get it NP user pie. Okay, this much in this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Hope to see you in next one. Okay, bye.